17.
DZXL 558 RMN Manila. Extra large sa balita at komentaryo. Extra large sa tugtugan at extra large sa serbisyo publiko. Ikaw ba ay may reklamo, may problema sa kalusugan, hanap buhay, trabaho, ano bang mga ahensya ng gobyerno, lalo na sa SSS, GSIS, PhilHealth, NSO, PIVAW at iba pa? RMN, Sentro, Serbisyo. Ito ang sandalan mo. Eli Saludar ang tutulong sa iyo. RMN, Sentro, Serbisyo. Dito sa DZXL 558. Maaasahang public service.
Ay magandang umaga Pilipinas, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Ngayon pa araw ng Wednesday, Miyerkules, November 29, 2017 mga kasama. At siyempre kapag araw ng Wednesday, meron po tayong segment sa SSS. Kaya text or tawag na ho mga kasama. Maaari kayo mag-text sa amin 0921-431-1044. Maaaring tumawag sa 882-2371, 882-2374, 882-2376, at 882-2378. Text or tawag na ho, mga kasama, now na. At dahil sa maya-maya, no, baka kung mapapaaga ho, ito hong pagpasok ng isa na namang impeachment hearing dyan po sa mababang kapulungan ng Kongreso, baka masagasahan po yung ating, yung ating segment. Pero bilisan natin. At lahat po, text nyo na, itanong nyo na ho kagad mga kasama. Para po sa ating mga kababayan, para agad na yan ay tugunan ng SSS mga kasama. At samantala, nasa linya na natin si Ma'am Beth Soralbo. Ma'am Beth, magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Magandang umaga, Sir Eli. Good morning.
Apo, at kumusta ho? Meron ho ba tayong good news sa ating mga miyembro at pensyonado ng SSS? Apo.
Mga pensyonado, mga next week, makakatanggap na sila nung 13-month o yung bonus na tinatawag. So, konting hintay na lang at yung mga matatanggap nila ng December pension ay madodoble yon.
Okay. So, para katumbas ng ng isang buwang pensyon,
yes,
yung bonus. Ayun. So, madodoble. Aba,
yes,
ayos to, no? At magandang balita po yan. At kahit papano ay magandang pamasko, no, sa ating mga kababayan. Okay, samantala, dako na agad tayo dito sa ating public service. Unahin natin muna ito hong ating texter mula kay Ana Vanessa Biliwag, June 16, 1982. Follow up ko lang po yung application ng anak ko for membership kung na-approve na.
Biliwag, Ana?
Liwag, apa.
Liwag.
Apa. B ang kanyang middle initial, apa.
Annalisa.
Vanessa. Ana, Vanessa.
Double N, sir. Ana.
Apa, double N. Vanessa. BHANESSA. Application.
Ana Vanessa Liwag. Born, birthday niya June 16, 1982.
Apo, tama. June 16, 1982.
Naku, sir, walang hulog. Ano ba, sir?
Hindi pa, kung na-approve na yung application for membership, so approve na.
Okay. Approve
bago lang to. Ayun, okay.
Approve siya, self-employed.
Apo, okay. Dito tayo sa ating caller mula sa Quezon City, si Linda Santilla. Good morning po sa inyo. Sige po. Wala, naputol. Pakiusap po, no, sa ating mga caller, direkta agad na tanong po, at madalian po tayo para lahat ma-accommodate po natin lahat po ng ating mga caller at ganyan din po yung ating mga texter. Meron din tayo dito sa ating studio. Ito caller, si Simeon Anastasio Quintero na Makati. Magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Morning po.
Sige po, ano pong tanong sa SSS?
Nagtan po ako ng medical disability noong October 3. Itatanong ko lang po kung kailan po pwedeng may-release yung ano.
Kung na-approve na yung ano?
Opo, May 19, 1958 po ako.
Okay, May 19, 1958, Ma'am Beth. Simeon Anastasio Quintero.
Opo.
Okay. Opo, Simeon. Quintero niya is ano, Quintero.
Opo.
Okay, sige. Simeon, opo.
Anastasio. Partial disability. Sir, partial disability o sickness?
Yung ano po, medical disability po kasi po high blood po ako.
Binalik, sir, noong October 3.
Opo, October 3.
Wala daw pong definite diagnosis. Binalik po ng SSS Makati Hill po yan dahil wala daw pong definite diagnosis.
Wala po. Kasi po, wala pa po nung 2011 po, high blood na po ako hanggang ngayon.
Siguro sir, yung definite diagnosis. Ibabalik po yun, binabalik. Merong kulang na specific kung ano daw po talaga ang sakit.
Ay ma'am, tanong ko po sa kasi 2018, magano po ako, mag-60 na ako.
Opo, sa May.
Opo, itanong ko lang po kung magkano po malalamsam ko.
Ako na, ang liit ng ulog ni sir, 31 months.
31 months po.
05, 19, 2018. Ang malalamsam nyo lang, sir, ay nasa 30,000.
Magkano po?
30.
30.
30?
30,000.
Po. Sige po, salamat po.
Alright.
Salamat po.
Okay, dito tayo sa ating studio at kanina pa ho ito, no, si Ginoong Edmundo A. Nunez. November 29, 2017. Magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Magandang umaga po, Sir Eli and Ma'am Beth.
Sige po, ano pong tanong?
Tatanong ko lang po, Ma'am Beth, kasi bayad na po ako itong 2017 hanggang December. Ang contribution ko ay nasa may 118. Ngayon ko lang pa ho ng 2 months. Pag ba nabayaran ko ng January yung 2 months, pag na-posting, pwede na akong mag-file ng retirement?
Hindi pa, sir. Mga ano kayo, sir?
Mga kailan naman?
April.
April pa?
Opo.
Tapos ma'am, magkano ang magiging pension ko?
Hindi niya, sir, mako-compute kasi ano dito, pag nakompleto niya yung 120. Kasi pwede niya compute kaya lang sa ibang benepisyo. Medyo nahahawig din doon.
Ganun. Pero kasi dati nagtanong ako sa may Santa Maria branch ng SSS kung nasa ng bracket ko, sabi nasa 10,000 daw. Kasi naghulog ako ng 1,1 a month voluntaryo.
Ano pong birthday niyo? Edgardo Nunez po.
Edmundo.
Edmundo.
July 5, 1955.
Edmundo.
Nunez. Awayan Nunez.
July 5,
1955.
Bakit walang 55 dito? Enye po siguro yun.
Oo, may enye nga.
Dali po. Yung Edmundo po, U. Hindi O.
Hindi, U. Edmund. M-U. N-D-O.
Ngayon, July 5. Bali, sir, kung sa ibang benefits, ang monthly nyo, sandali po, July 5,
1955.
Ako, mababa itong lumalabas. Ano po yung middle nyo? Awayan?
Awayan.
Sir, kasi yung 10 nyo, putol-putol lang, hindi siya diretso.
Oo.
So, medyo mababa ang pension natin siguro, mga 2 plus.
2 plus lang. Akala ko nasa may 10,000 daw ang bracket nung nag-verify ako.
Ang bracket po, yung tatlong yung binabayaran nyo.
Kasi yung kaya nga ako nagulog ng 1-1 nung nag-voluntary ako dahil kasi sabi malaki rin magiging ko.
Kailangan, sir, kompleto siya 5 years.
Ay, ganun yun.
Kasi 1 taon lang ang nabuo.
Doon sa may 2 plus na yun, kasama na yung 1,000 na...
Apo.
Ay, ganun ba?
Apo.
Tapos sa April pa ako pwede mag-file naman.
Opo.
Pwede pang malaman yung loan ko kung magkano na inabot.
Okay, Ma'am Beth, yung loan daw niya po.
Sige, sir. Nasa 21,000 na po.
Ganun na.
Okay, okay na po.
Sige po, salamat po, Ma'am
Okay,
Beth
thank you.
Sir Eli.
Okay. Okay, maraming salamat at dito po kay Ginong Edmundo Nunez at binigyan po natin ng pagkakataon dahil siya po mismo ay nagtungo pa rito sa ating studio. At samantala si Crisanta Lacson ng Marikina. Magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Bali ako po yung magtatanong, asawa ko po yung Enrique Espinosa Lacsam po.
Sige, ano po tanong?
Tatanong ko po kung magkano yung estimated magiging pension ko.
Ano po apelido?
Lacsam. L-A-C-S-A-M.
Lacsam.
Lacsam?
Yes po, ma'am.
M, ang dulo.
L-A-C.
S-A-M.
M yung dulo M, mama.
Opo.
Okay, sige po.
Ang first name po?
Enrique.
Birthday?
July 14, 1964.
Siyang Lacsam. Ano sir problema? Ang pension?
Tatanong ko lang po kung magkano estimated pension ko.
Okay. By 2024 pa sir, lalaki pa ito kasi medyo matagal pa.
Opo.
24. Ang estimated natin sir, mga 10,400 kasama 1,000.
10-4 po.
Apa.
Ma'am, pwede po ba yung sa asawa ko, itanong ko din, yung sa kay Crisanta Donor Lacsam?
Sige.
Lacsam. Crisanta?
Opo.
Isa lang mo pangalan niya?
Opo.
Donor. Okay, so pareho kayong 2024 pa magpe-pension. Siya ay October 25?
Opo, ma'am. 1964.
2024. So, ang estimated pension niya, sir, mga 2,200 lang, kasama 1,000.
Sige po, ma'am. Salamat po.
Okay po.
Okay, salamat. At samantala, sandali lang sa ating caller pag magbawas tayo dito sa ating mga text. Good AM at ito si Rodolfo Panessa Cleofe Jr. August 11, 1971, tinatanong yung loan balance, magkano?
Ang first name, sir, Rodolfo.
Rodolfo Panessa Cleofe Jr.
Okay, loan balance.
Opo.
Ang loan balance niya, 2010 pa. 26,000 pa, sir.
26,000. Okay, si Romeo R. Andrade naman. Ay kaso walang birthday. Dito lang tayo si Ricardo Estuesta Ancheta.
Ancheta Eduardo.
Apo. Ricardo.
Ricardo.
Ricardo Estuesta Ancheta. December 10, 1956.
Ano, sir?
Yung sa retirement.
Contribution.
Apo, at saka yung sa retirement daw. So, 1956, pwede na ito. 60 na ito, no?
May nakafile. Ano na, sir, to? Nakapila for payment.
Okay na.
May nakapile na, sir.
Oo nga po, pero approved na po ba?
Malapit-lapit na.
Ayun, okay. Ito pa, isa pa sa survivorship, no? Si Adelina Ayala Mortega. Kung meron daw po siya makakukuha, pati yung sa 85-89.
Mortega.
Apo. October 1, 1941.
Ang first name, sir?
Adelina.
Adelina.
Apo, Ayala.
Baka hindi sa kanyang... Bali, sir, ano siya? Surviving lang. Baka sa pension ng asawa na namatay.
Apo, survivorship
ano
na
kayang pangalan ng asawa niya?
wala. Hindi Ay, dapat yung sa asawa,
Sa
no?
asawa, sir. Kanya yung nilagay.
Kasi yun ang principal, yun ang miyembro.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Siya
sige.
yung tumatanggap.
Opo, tama. Yung sa ating mga listeners, sa mga texters, Kung kayo po ay byuda o byudo, kung yung miyembro mismo yung pangalan, dapat.
Yes, sir. Yung miyembro ng...
Apo. Ito naman, caller natin sa Makati, si Edith. Good morning. Good morning po sa inyo, si Edith. Wala. Putol. Line 5. Edith.
Yes, sir.
Sige po,
Good morning
tanong?
po.
Sige po.
Sir, itanong ko lang tungkol sa husband ko. Itatanong ko lang kung magkano ang estimated pension niya pagdating ng 60 years old.
Apelido po.
Favila Ronald Tulyao.
Double L po.
Single po. Pero Favila po siya, ma'am.
Pabila?
Opo.
PA?
No, flower.
Ano po?
As in flower. Letter F po, ma'am.
Pabila.
Yes po.
Ang first,
Yung V niya po as in victory.
yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Tapos ang first name po niya...
Ronald Tulyao.
Ang birthday.
September 9, 1965.
Okay. Layo-layo pa. 2025 pa, ma'am, to mag-pension. Nakawala sa 264 months. So,
May outstanding balance po, ma'am.
Loan bala.
Oo.
Fully paid po.
Ay, salamat. Magkano po, ma'am, ang estimated pension?
Ma'am, bali tataas pa to kasi 2025 pa.
Opo. Para malaman lang po.
2026. Nasa 4.7 a month. Kasama po yung 1,000.
Sige po, ma'am. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat.
Okay, salamat po. Si Linda Santillan ng Quezon City. Line 2. Linda.
Hello, good morning, Ma'am
Sige po.
Beth.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am Beth, pakicheck po naman kung updated po ito sa kanyang salary loan ng pagbabayad. Ito yung number po ng SSS.
Full name na lang, ma'am.
Full name, Michael Isberto.
Apo.
Oo.
Ang pong apelido?
Isberto.
ESB.
IS po, IS. IS, oo. BERTO.
Isberto.
Isberto Michael.
Michael, ma'am?
Opo.
Walang first name, second name?
Wala naman po. Michael Maghibon Isberto. Maghibon po yung kanyang middle.
Yung contribution niya, ma'am, medyo may mga butas. Yung 2016 niya, 3 buwan. 2017, 4 na buwan.
Mayroon naman ako, ma'am, dito na mga files. Okay naman po yung niya. Inaano ko po yung... yung monthly nagbabayad eh. Yung October po, kung paid siya.
October. Wala po.
Wala siyang payment ng October.
Contribution po, loan.
Loan po ito, ma'am. Salary loan.
Pati contribution ni ma'am, hindi dire-diretso. Wala pa po yung October payment. September pa lang po ang nakapost.
September pa lang po.
Apo.
Pero, kung bagas yung salary loan niya po, October wala pang bayad.
Wala pa.
Sige. Yun lang, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, salamat po. Ito naman, at caller, pinapatanong Mark Gundaya Ayuban, May 15, 1966. Kailan daw po yung start ng pensyon?
Ano sir ang last name?
Ayuban.
Ayuban? Ang first name ay...
Mark.
Mark.
Pensyon di sa 20, ano pa to? 26.
Pangalan. Ano sir birthday?
May 15, 1966.
Ang tagal pa.
Tagal pa, di ba? 10 years pa.
Mukhang may second name. Wala siya dun sa may... Wala
Gundaya.
May,
Gundaya yung kanya yun. Mark Gundaya Ayuban.
Wala sir.
Wala? Wala siya sa... Okay.
Saka may second name pa yung Mark.
Na po. Okay, so dapat kompleto po at kasi kung anong nailagay niyo po sa akin yung sa SSS. Samantala ito si Fernanda Palermo Salvador. May 15, 1958.
Yolanda.
Fernanda.
Ferher.
F.
Fernanda.
Apo, Fernanda.
Palermo. Okay. Nako, 84 months lang. So, next year kasi, retirable na siya, sir, by May. So, nakahulog sa 84 months. Kulang pa.
Okay, kulang pa. Ito naman si Erlinda Z. Castillo, January 27, 1960. Tanong, magkano ang pension ko kapag nag-60 na ako? Sa 2020 ito.
Ano, sir, ang month niya?
January 27, 1960. Apo.
Sarate.
Erlinda Z. Castillo.
Lalo pa. January 27.
1960. Apo.
2020.
Sa 2020 pa yan.
Ang estimated, sir, sa ngayon, 2,200. Kasama yung 1,000.
2,200 kasama na 1,000. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sa Marikina, si Adelaida. Caller natin. Magandang umaga po. Adelaida, sandali lang ho, ha. Tawagin mo na si Mang Ray Albesa. Good morning po. Si ano pala, Adelaida.
Hello?
Apo, sige po.
Apo, itatanong ko lang po, ma'am, kasi nagsara yung gawaan na pinagtatrabahoan ko. Ngayon natigil po yung hulog ko sa loan. Baka, hindi ko alam kung magkaano na po kasi ang ano ko po.
Ano pong apelido?
Blanker po, ma'am. Adelaida Badidlis Blanker.
Blanker?
Apa.
B-L-A-N-Q?
U-U-E-R.
Apa. Adelaida.
Apa.
Hindi makita. Ma'am, pa-spell ng Blanker.
B-L-E-N-Q-U-E-R.
B-L-A-Q.
N. B-L-E-N-Q-U-E-R.
May N.
Blanker.
Apa. Okay, ang balance niyo.
Hello?
Sandali po, check po sa records. Apo.
8,700 po ang natira.
Magkano po, ma'am?
8,700.
Ay, lumaki na po. Kasi nagsara po ang ano kasi na... Ano,
Hulog-hulugan nyo na lang, ma'am, kasi lalaki pa ito.
Paano po yun, ma'am? Kung sakaling ano po... kunyari hindi ko mahulugan, ano po yun, ano nila doon, kunyari kung ano na ako doon. Matagal pa kasi ako, bali 40 pa lang po ako.
Laki po siya ng, pagka nag-retire kayo, aawasin po yun ng buo. Unless meron tayong amnesty or condonation.
Sige po, ma'am, thank you po.
Okay po.
Okay, salamat po. Okay, so Ma'am Beth, sandali lang, magko-commercial break lang po ako, ha. Sandali lang, ha. Balikan kita. Samantala mga kasama, paalala mo na ang oras natin, 9:41.
Good morning, girls! Jody Santa Maria po. Ready na magpiga ng labada? Huwag ma-stress, mga bes! Mag-Cala Detergent. May light and fresh fragrance that lasts all day. Para ang fresh mo, girl! Cala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Dahil may light and fresh na bango, feeling presko ka with Cala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Good morning, girls! Jody Santa Maria po. Ready na magpiga ng labada? Huwag ma-stress, mga bes! Mag-Cala Detergent. May light and fresh fragrance that lasts all day. Para ang fresh mo, girl! Cala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Dahil may light and fresh na bango, feeling presko ka with Cala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Ang galing ng #1 Smart Dishwashing Paste, nasa Smart Dishwashing Liquid din. Tanggaling-galing sa presyong magaling din. May tanong kami sa mga misis.
Mas importante ba ang paramihan ng hinugasang plato o ang tunay na kalinisan nito?
Hoy, misis!
Kahit milya-milyang plato ang kaya ng dishwashing liquid mo, sa kaunting patak na hinalo sa tubig, sigurado ka bang tanggal ang sebo at bakterya?
Hoy, misis!
Dapat magpaka-smart tayo. Sa Smart Dishwashing, tanggal ang sebo, tanggal ang bakterya.
Tanggaling-galing!
Kaya misis, magpakatotoo. Mag-Smart Dishwashing tayo.
Smart Dishwashing, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS. Pride with Fabcon. Ituloy ang bango with pride.
Ang bango-bango, ang bango-bango, ang bango ng detergent ko.
Sa pabanguhan ng detergent with Fabcon, ano nga bang mas gusto? Ayon sa research sa Metro Manila, halos 80% ng mga misis mas gusto ang bango ng Pride with Fabcon kaysa leading brand even after 24 hours. Dahil ang Pride may tuloy bango microbeads para sa bangong tuloy-tuloy buong araw.
Tuloy-tuloy bango.
Kaya misis, tuloy na sa Pride with Fabric Conditioner.
Tuloy-tuloy bango ng Pride with Fabcon ko.
Ituloy ang bango with Pride. Pride with Fabric Conditioner, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Brought to you by Surf. Subukan ang perfume na walang katulad ng Surf.
With champion energy nutrients from Milo, protein, B complex, and iron for my day. Hey, hey, get started the champion way. Get champ energy, energy now. Champion energy drink. Milo every day. Milo every day. 3 balanced beans for champion energy drink. Milo every day. Milo every day.
Get Champion Energy Nutrients with Milo so you can start the day the champion way.
DZXL 558 RMN Manila Extra Large sa serbisyo publiko. Eli Saludar RMN Sentro Serbisyo.
Okay, balik ho tayo mga kasama. Ako pa rin ho ang inyong radyoman, Eli Saludar. At silang sandali, mamaya papasok na ho yung impeachment hearing dyan po sa mababang kapulungan ng Kongreso. Samantala, balikan natin si Ma'am Beth Suralbo at para tayo po magpatuloy pa sa ating Sentro Serbisyo mga kasama. Ma'am Beth, magandang umaga po muli.
Yes sir, magandang umaga ulit.
Okay, caller natin si Patricio ng San Juan. Good morning po sa inyo.
Hello?
Sige po, ano po yung tanong?
Hello, good morning po. Itatanong ko lang po yung contribution ko po sa ISIS.
Ano po apelido?
Hello?
Apa, naib na rin. Ano po apelido niyo, sir?
Birthday ko, July 7.
Apelido, sir?
July 14, 1959.
Apelido, sir?
Ang ISIS ko po ay 03-497-622-9.
Sir, apelido po.
Ma'am Patricio, sandali lang po. Full name at birthday lang po, okay na po yan. Okay?
Patricio Conarco.
Yun.
Conarco?
Conarco, C-O ma'am, C-O-N-A-R-C-O.
Puro C.
C, okay, opo.
Okay po. Ang
birthday
niya,
July 14, 1959.
Okay.
Ang hulog niyo, sir, nasa 376.
Ma'am, tatanong ko kung magkano ang mapipensyon ko at saka kung magkano malalansam ko.
Sa July 14 po. 2019.
Next year. Dali na po
mga 6,200 po kasama na yung 1,000.
6,200.
Yes. Tapos multiply niyo po yun sa 18 months. Yun po yung 18 months na amount.
Magkano po malalansam ko po kung sakali?
Multiply niyo po yung 18 months.
Ako na mag-multiply Ma'am Beth. 6,200 times 18. 111,600.
Okay po, maraming salamat po.
Okay, salamat po.
RMN Sentro Serbisyo.
Okay, samantala, dito naman ho tayo sa text pa rin. Jocelyn Prajo. January 15, 1968 at magtanong ko kung pwede na mag-loan at kung pwede, magkano?
Ang radyo niya, sir, yung English na radyo.
Hindi, T. Radyo. Opo.
Radyo.
T-R-A-D-I-O. Opo.
Jocelyn. Radyo.
Okay.
Jocelyn. Nako, hindi makita, sir.
Okay na po. So, Ma'am Beth, papasok na po yung impeachment hearing at hanggang sa susunod po ng Wednesday. Salamat po.
Next week po, apo.
Okay, salamat po sa inyong oras.
Salamat, sir.
Okay, mga kasama, yan po si Ma'am Beth Soralbo ng SSS.
RMN Sentro Serbisyo.
Okay, pasensya na po sa ating mga texter. Yung mga hindi natin nabasa, pasensya na po dahil sa meron po tayong special coverage. Yan po sa napakababang kapulungan ng Kongreso. Samantala, alamin na natin mga kasama kaganapan doon sa House of Representatives. Naroon po ang radyoman Conde Bata. Conde.
Kasamang eri, nagsisimula na nga itong ikatlong araw ng pagdinig patungkol sa pagdetermina ng probable cause sa impeachment complaint sa inating laban kay Supreme Court Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno at maagang dumating itong si Court Administrator Midas Marquez, si Clerk of Court Attorney Felipa Anama at si Associate Justice Teresita De Castro, kung saan ituturing nga ito ng komite na most explosive yung kanyang mga sasabihin o mga magiging testimonya mamaya dahil ituturing na makailang beses din ito nga nabanggit ni Attorney Gadon sa kanyang mga statement itong mga nakaraan na siyang makakasagot sa kanyang mga alegasyon. At hindi naman makaka-attend ngayong araw na ito si retired Supreme Court Associate Justice Arturo Brion at Supreme Court Associate Justice Francis Hardeles. May itinadala naman silang liham at nangako na sa susunod na pagdinig ay makakadalo na sila sa impeachment hearing. Pakinggan na natin itong pagsisimula ng impeachment proceeding dito sa House Committee on Justice.
Tuesday. So, true enough, the invitation was calendared and for the en banc session on Tuesday, and we were able to deliberate on it. I was present during the deliberation. We have not yet issued the formal resolution, but I am very well aware of the limits of what I can testify on before this honorable committee. Now,
thank you, Madam Justice. I'm just asking if you have a prepared speech. I will also ask Attorney Midas Marquez if he has a prepared remarks or affidavit because you are also called in as one of the resource persons.
I just want to add something more, just a brief
Thank you, Madam.
statement.
Please continue.
I welcome this opportunity because this will be the right time for me to explain to everyone the process that we follow in deciding cases in the Supreme Court. And I also believe that this is the proper venue where I can correct the misinformation that has been spread many times during this period.
Thank you, Madam. We will go into that later. What about you, Attorney Marquez? Did you have, because we are just defining the flow of the hearing. So if you have a prepared one, please submit it, and then we will ask you later to read it into the records, and then if you have, no. Pero if none, then we will just proceed with the hearing and some clarificatory questions from the members.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honors. Unfortunately, I did not prepare any prepared or affidavit. I did not execute, but just like Justice De Castro, I'm willing to answer all questions propounded by the committee members.
Thank you for that. So anyway, again, I enjoin everyone to stick to the factual issues, no, and do not dwell on conclusions of law or questions on personal belief, because this is not what we need for purposes of completing our task, particularly in the crafting of the articles of impeachment if we will ever come to that and vote on probable cause to impeach the Chief Justice. Let us take and maximize this opportunity that we have with us, Associate Justice De Castro and Attorney Maidas Marquez. We will have other witnesses. They do not have all the complete facts, and I'm sure there will be other witnesses who can testify on some other matters. But for us to be able to really complete our task, what we need really are the factual recitals that we will have to rely on for purposes of making our decisions. So again, before I end, I would like to thank, of course, the Supreme Court for voting unanimously to allow us to perform our constitutional mandate of exacting accountability on the highest public officials of the land. This is the only purpose of this impeachment committee, and this is a power vested no less by the Constitution that we are performing, and we enjoin that everyone give this committee that respect that it needs, in like manner that I enjoin the members to give our resource persons who are our co-equals in another department, which is judiciary, the respect that they deserve as resource persons of this committee. Magandang umaga po. Maraming salamat po. So now I'd like to ask the COMSEC to please acknowledge acknowledge the members and guests present in today's hearing.
Good morning, Your Honor. The committee acknowledges the presence of the following members of the committee. We have the Honorable Majority Leader Adolfo Fariñas, the Senior Deputy Majority Leader Honorable Juan Pablo Bondoc, the Honorable Senior Vice Chairperson Vicente Veloso, Vice Chairpersons Honorable Dorly Atchon and Henry Womenal. We have the Honorable Deputy Speaker Gwendolyn Garcia and the Honorable Representatives Roel Peter Gonzaga, Eugene Michael De Vera, Alfred Garbin, Roger Mercado, Anthony Bravo, Mark Go, and Jerry Treñas. We also have Representatives Kit Belmonte, Ramon Rocamora, and the Honorable Edsel Lagman. For the resource persons, we have the complainant, Attorney Larry Gadon, and we also have the Honorable Justice Teresita Leonardo de Castro and the Honorable Court Administrator Maidas Marquez from the Supreme Court.
And the complainant? And now may I request the COMSEC to read into the records at least the media briefer of the Supreme Court in the resolution of the issue of attendance of members of the Supreme Court and or officers in the hearing, in this impeachment hearing.
Republic of the Philippines Supreme Court, Public Information Office, Media Briefer, November 28, 2017. The Supreme Court en banc, during its session today, acted on the following matter indicated below. Number 1, in the matter of the invitations of the Committee on Justice, House of Representatives, addressed to the Associate Justices and other Supreme Court officials to appear and testify before the committee regarding the allegations in the impeachment complaint filed against the Chief Justice, the Court resolved as follows. A, as far as the invitation is for testimony on administrative matters, any official of the Supreme Court who is invited may appear and give testimony if he or she so wishes. B, as far as the invitation is for testimony on adjudication, only Associate Justice Teresita J. Leonardo de Castro is authorized to testify and only on the following matters. A, in relation to GR number 206-844-245, Coalition of Association of Senior Citizens in the Philippines Party List versus Commission on Elections, only on the issuance of the TRO in these consolidated cases and the exchange of communications between herself and the Chief Justice, but not on the deliberations of the court that led to the issuance thereof. B. In relation to GR number 224302, Honorable Philip Aguinaldo et al. Versus President Benigno S. Aquino III.
Our resource persons do not have prepared opening remarks and or affidavits. Perhaps before we proceed, we would ask them to, and I direct the COMSEC to please administer the oath for the two resource persons. Please stand up, Justice. And Attorney Marquez, please.
Please raise your right hand and state your name for the record.
I am Justice Teresita Leonardo de Castro.
I am Jose Maidas Marquez.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this impeachment proceeding?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You may take your seat.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You may take your seat. Do you solemnly swear?
So,
thank you.
if you want to add to what you said earlier, Madam Justice, we will now give you the floor.
I'm ready to answer questions from the committee, but I wish to ask permission to refer to my documents in the course of my testimony, because you know the incidents involved in this proceeding happened many years ago. The earliest was in 2012. And at that time, it was beyond anyone's imagination that this hearing will come about. So I would like to seek that permission.
Please,
to refresh my memory in the course of my testimony.
Please, you may use all your references to be able to refresh your memory, and likewise, Attorney Marquez. So the table is now open for clarificatory questions. You have a copy of the complaint, the answer, the reply, and the rejoinder of the parties in this case, and you have the copies of the administrative matters that are related to those matters that our resource persons will testify on. So I guess we will be ready on these matters. And so we would like, again, may I ask everyone, for those who would like to ask clarificatory questions from our resource persons, please register your name with the COMSEC. And we now recognize the Honorable Majority Leader Fariñas for the initial clarificatory questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, Your Honors. Good morning, Madam Justice.
Good morning.
Justice Marcos, good morning po. Morning. First of all, ma'am, on behalf of the Speaker and the House of Representatives, I wish to thank you for accepting our invitation, for honoring our invitation, and kindly relay to the Supreme Court the appreciation of the House for upholding the power and duty of the House in impeachment proceedings. Maraming salamat po, ma'am. This is unprecedented, I think, that a member of the Supreme Court will appear and has been authorized by no less than the Supreme Court to appear before the House of Representatives. Ma'am, you are a very intelligent person, being a justice of the Supreme Court. We will not be asking you questions, but kindly educate us and inform us about the matter regarding the issues involved here. First, I'll concentrate on the alleged illegal creation of the Regional Court Administration Office number 7. And we have in our possession, ma'am, a letter containing 3 pages, purportedly coming from the chambers of Teresita J. Leonardo de Castro, Associate Justice. It's dated December 3, 2012. May I ask the page to kindly give a copy to Justice Castro for her to identify this one. This is an exact copy of what I have. Tingnan ko lang, baka naman magkaiba. Yun. And they show the good justice. There's a signature, ma'am, on the last page, which legibly shows Teresita Leonardo de Castro.
Yes, this is my signature.
And this was your letter, ma'am?
Yes, this is my letter.
It is a memorandum, I'll read into the records, memorandum for Chief Justice Maria Lourdes P.A. Sereno and the Associate Justices from Justice Teresita J. Leonardo de Castro, recall amendment of the resolution dated November 27, 2012, issued by the Chief Justice in order to conform to the deliberation of the Court en banc and the said date in administrative matter number 12-11-9-SC, and it's dated December 3, 2012. This is very relevant to our proceedings, ma'am, because one of the allegations of the complaint is that on paragraph 4.1.1, it states here that respondent Sereno and 4.1 committed a culpable violation of the Constitution when she falsified the resolution of the Supreme Court in AM-number 12-11-9-SC. And in the succeeding paragraph, it states, ma'am, upon her assumption to office as Chief Justice, Respondent Sereno unilaterally issued Administrative Order number 175-2012, open parenthesis, designating the head for the Judiciary Decentralized Office, another bracket, JDO, close bracket, in the 7th Judicial Region, close parenthesis, dated November 9, 2012, reviving the Regional Court Administration Office in Region 7, which she termed JDO7 without the knowledge of the Court en banc. And then the next paragraph, Attorney Gadon alleges that to ratify her unilateral act, she made it appear that the Supreme Court en banc subsequently issued a resolution approving the revival of the Arcao 7, a project that was supported and funded by the Asian Development Bank, but scrapped by the Supreme Court following a failed pilot testing in 2008. The resolution, which was supposedly issued on November 27, 2012, in AM number 12-11-9-SC, reopening the Regional Court Administrative Office in Region 7 Ridge. This purported resolution contains the following matters. Open parenthesis, open quotation marks rather. The court resolved to A, ratify the action of the Chief Justice Maria Lourdes P.A. Sereno to revive the Arcao in Region 7 with Phase 1 on A, procurement, B, approval of leave, C, payroll administration, and letter B, appoint Judge Geraldine Faith A. Ekong, Deputy Clerk of Court and Judicial Reform Program Administrator, as officer in charge of Arcao 7. So states here, ma'am, that you wrote a letter on December 3, which you have affirmed, Supreme Court Associate Justice Teresita Leonardo de Castro called the attention of Respondent Sereno through a memorandum which was concurred in by several justices, stating that it was not true that the Court en banc ratified Respondent Sereno's act of reviving the Arcao 7. Justice de Castro manifested that the true consensus of the Court en banc did not appear in the November 27 resolution, which was to oppose the reopening of Arcao 7. And then in the next paragraph, it states that in that same memorandum, Justice de Castro said that Respondent Sereno was depriving the High Court. Anyway, ma'am, like I said, can you kindly explain to us and maybe read into the records and then explain the contents of your memorandum to the Chief Justice?
before I do that, may I ask a permission from the Honorable Chair and Vice Chair to allow me to explain the background of the Regional Court Administration Office.
Please do, Madam.
This issue about ARCAW started when on November 23, 2012, the justices, the associate justices of the court received an invitation coming from the Office of the Chief Justice, inviting us to attend the reopening of the Regional Court Administration Office in Region 7 on November 29. This was an invitation sent to us by the PS of the Chief of Staff of the Chief Justice. I was taken aback because we are invited only to a launching of the Regional Court Administration Office in Region 7, and we were not at all consulted and made to participate in this decision to reopen the Regional Court Administration Office. So this prompted me to look deeply into the matter, and I found out that the Chief Justice issued Administrative Order number 175-2012, designating the head for the Judiciary Decentralization Office in the 7th Judicial Region. Even the heading of this administrative order shows that this is not meant to implement the ARCAW as approved by the Court and Bank unanimously. I'd like to show to you the resolutions of the Court and Bank, which was also cited in the administrative order issued by Chief Justice Sereno. And if you will look at before that, the administrative order referred to AM number 0611-09 SC. And this was adopted on November 14, 2006, unanimously by all the justices of the Supreme Court. The resolution, if you will look at this copy that I brought here, bear the signature of all the justices that approved the resolution. And there is also another one, also mentioned by the Chief Justice, the resolution in AM number 06-1206 SC, pertaining also to the establishment of the Pilot Regional Court Administration Office. And this copy would show that this was again unanimously approved by all the justices of the court, with only one not able to sign it because she was on official leave. So both of these documents are en banc resolutions, which, according to the Chief Justice, she would like to implement. But when I compared the administrative order issued by the Chief Justice, it did not conform to the provisions of this administrative matter adopted by the Court and Bank. If I may be allowed to show to you a matrix that I prepared comparing the two, is it?
Please, ma'am, do you have a...
Yes, I have a PowerPoint presentation.
Please.
Thank you, ma'am.
This is I made it very brief. I just pointed out the most significant provisions in this administrative matter adopted by the Court and Bank, which is on the left side, and Administrative Order number 175-2012 issued by the Chief Justice. So the en-banc resolution created the Regional Court Administration Office in the 7th Judicial Region. The administrative order created the Judiciary Decentralized Office, or JDO, for the 7th Judicial Region. it shows a deliberate act of not referring to the Regional Court Administration Office, which would place this office under the office of the Court Administrator. So if it is a decentralized, judiciary decentralized office without any reference at all to the Court Administration Office, then this will be independent of the office of the Court Administrator, and this will be contrary to law because it is the office of the Court Administrator that assists the court in the administrative supervision of all courts.
Yes, ma'am, may I just give some insights? Because the creation of an office, creation of public office, is it legislative, judicial, or executive in nature, ma'am?
I also mentioned that in my memorandum.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just asking for our record.
The Chief Justice cannot create an office.
Because that power belongs to the legislature.
It's a legislative power.
Yes, ma'am. Not even the Supreme Court can create an office. Yes, ma'am.
So what she did is it appears that she created a permanent office. The ARCAO is not a permanent office. So even if it was created by the court, it is a pilot project, so it is an ad hoc body. So it has no permanency. So it will not come within the exclusive legislative power vested upon.
Because not even the Supreme Court could create the office of the court administrator. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
It was created by law.
No, the office of the court administrator, yes, was created by OCA, and it precisely provides that it is the OCA which will assist the court in the exercise of its power of administrative supervision.
You're referring to Presidential Decree 828.
Yes, as amended.
Creating the office of the court administrator. In fact, ma'am, in that very same law, it states in Section 7 that the Supreme Court shall create such offices, services, divisions, and other units in the offices of the court administrator as may be deemed necessary, and for this purpose, the Chief Justice is authorized to adopt and implement the corresponding staffing patterns approved by the Supreme Court.
Yes, it is.
That's why the Supreme Court can only create these offices because the law, Congress has delegated that power to Congress, and the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court should adhere to the provisions of the law.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am.
That is a valid exception to the prohibition against creating an office. If there is a
valid, there are details that will guide the delegate. Yes, ma'am.
And aside from that, Your Honor, since the ARCAO is only a pilot project, it is explicitly, these resolutions of the Supreme Court provides that it is only for a one-year period. They're just testing how wise it is to come up with a decentralized office like the ARCAO. So,
proceed, ma'am.
So, the other item that provision that departs from the resolutions of the court is that, as I mentioned, the ARCAO is a pilot decentralized unit implemented over a one-year period. But the administrative order issued by the Chief Justice says that it is effective immediately until revoked by the Chief Justice. So there is some kind of permanency, and it is up to the Chief Justice to decide until when this JDO will exist. Now, the other item is that the court administrator under court resolution is the implementation head of the pilot project. Now, in the administrative order of the Chief Justice, the judiciary centralized office head designated by the Chief Justice, who was at that time it was the Program Management Office Head, and not an official of the Office of the Court Administrator. So this again would show that there's no connection between this judiciary decentralized office created by the Chief Justice and the Office of the Court Administrator. Now, the resolutions of the court, the other item is that the official functions in the pilot ARCAO are vested in the following: the court administrator, the regional court administrator, the deputy regional court administrator, the assistant regional court administrator, and there is an oversight committee. Now, in the administrative order of the chief, the official functions are all vested in the head of the JDO. It made reference to the resolution of the court, only stating that the JDO head will perform all the official functions mentioned in the resolution of the court. Now, and the last item that I would like to note is that under the court resolution, the staffing pattern must be court approved, and the designation of ARCAO personnel shall be approved by the Chief Justice upon recommendation of the court administrator. But Administrative Order number 175-2012 states that the hiring of contractual personnel for the JDO for the 7th Judicial Region must be consistent with the staffing pattern approved by the Chief Justice. So because of this analysis, I decided to write the court en banc, and before the letter that you read into the records, there was an earlier memorandum which I sent to the other justices.
May we have a copy of that, ma'am? You only have one copy, ma'am?
I have it here. Now,
we'll just, okay, ma'am. We will copy it later. We'll produce
this is dated. Asan ba yung date? Can see the date. It's November 26. Because I received the letter on November 20, the invitation on November 23. So I wrote a letter on November 26 and asked that this be placed in the agenda of the court en banc.
Is it lengthy, ma'am?
It's quite lengthy in the sense that maybe I can omit the grounds that I mentioned why I am opposing.
Can you read the relevant portions, ma'am, to our inquiry?
May I explain why I am the one who took the initiative to bring this up? During the incumbency of Chief Justice Renato Puno, I was appointed member of the Management Committee on Judicial Reform Support Project, and that is the committee that oversees the judicial reform projects of the court. Now, when the senior justices retired and Chief Justice Renato Corona assumed his position, I was promoted to chairman of the management committee that I mentioned. And this management committee oversees all the judicial reform projects, including the establishment of the pilot ARCAO. So among the justices at the time when this was reopened, I am the one most familiar with the circumstances surrounding the establishment of the ARCAO.
How long have you been in the Supreme Court, ma'am?
I've been there since 2007. So I'm now...
So almost 10 years that you have been a member of the Supreme Court.
Yes, almost 10 years.
And before that, ma'am?
Before that, I was 10 years in the... I served as first Associate Justice of the Sandigan Bayan and then Presiding Justice of the Sandigan Bayan. And before that, I spent 19 years of my government service at the Department of Justice. And before that, I worked in the Supreme Court as a young lawyer for 5 years.
Yes, I remember appearing before you in the Sandigan Bayan.
Yes, so I now have a total.
I was acquitted.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am, for the acquittal.
Yes, he was acquitted. So I'm now in my 44th year in government service.
Establishing, para po malaman ng publiko kung gaano po ka-extensive yung background ni Justice De Castro sa batas at sa judikatura. Please proceed, ma'am.
So, because of that position in Mancom, I was the one very much interested in looking into the matter of the reopening of the ARCAO, because I know even then that there were a lot of problems encountered in the reopening of the ARCAO. It was the resolution that I mentioned, which provided for the establishment of this pilot ARCAO, was issued in 2006, and so at the time that Chief Justice Sereno reopened this. Well, she said she's reopening it, but she's setting up a different organizational setup in decentralizing Region 7.
And without authority of the court and
yes, in fact, as I mentioned, we were just sent invitations to attend this reopening, which she said will be held in Radisson Blu in Cebu. And like the other court officials and personnel, the justices were invited. I have here 2 administrative orders. One number 85-2012 and the other one 86-2012, where you can see how many court officials and judges the Chief Justice had invited to attend that launching at the expense of the Supreme Court.
We have copies of also of those papers,
yes,
ma'am?
I have here the copies. So
can we go back to that letter that you referred to a while ago, ma'am?
Yes,
Yung highlights po, ma'am.
This letter, I'd like to show that I've always been very courteous and respectful to the Chief Justice. So even if I'm so much aghast at what she has done in issuing Administrative Order number 175. In this letter, in this memorandum to the justices and to the Chief Justice, I said, with due respect to the Chief Justice, her creation of the Judiciary Decentralized Office would not be in consonance with the en banc resolutions issued by the Court, which established not a JDO, but a pilot regional court administration office, or PRCAO, and designated not a judiciary, a JDO head, but a regional court administrator who is under the direction and supervision of the court administrator as the implementation head of the pilot project for Region 7. Now, under Administrative Order 175, the Chief Justice designated the Program Management Office Chief, Geraldine Faith Ekong, as head of the JDO for the 7th Judicial Region on full-time basis and completely relieved her from all PMO functions and responsibilities. Then I cited some of the provisions of the Administrative Order. This matter should be taken up by the Court en banc session on November 27 for deliberation and collective action of the Court en banc. At the outset, I cited here the pertinent provisions of the Constitution, relevant laws, and en banc resolution. The Constitution provides for a collegial Supreme Court with the power, among others, the Supreme Court shall have administrative supervision over all courts and personnel thereof. Moreover, PD 828, as amended, as mentioned by the Honorable Vice Chair, creating the Office of the Court Administrator in the Supreme Court and providing funds therefor and other purposes, provides as follows. The Constitution vests the Supreme Court administrative supervision over all courts and the personnel thereof. Now, and this law says, there is hereby created in the Supreme Court of the Philippines an office of the court administrator to assist the said court in the exercise of its power of administrative supervision over all courts as provided in Section 6, Article 10 of the Constitution. So, and then I mentioned some of the provisions of the en banc resolution on the pilot RCAO in Region 7 are as follows. So I cited the creation, the vesting of the authority on the region, on the office of the court administrator as the implementation head, and the authority designating, defining the authority of the regional court administrator, the deputy court administrator, and other officials of the RCAO. And there is also an oversight committee for the pilot regional court. So I just cited the relevant provisions of the resolutions.
Ma'am, that was November 23, the date of that letter.
Yes, Your Honor, it's 26 already.
Your letter.
Yes, the invitation was dated
Yes, ma'am.
November
And then
23.
the following day, you had the en banc session.
27, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. And what happened? So before the en banc session, it's
I
now
need to
established, ma'am, that you already called the attention of the Chief Justice about the irregularities in the creation of this JDO. What happened during the en banc session, ma'am? Did you take the matter up?
Yes, Your Honor, we took this up during the en banc session, and we deliberated on it, and I explained my position. I also mentioned that during my time as head of Manco...
And the Chief Justice was there, ma'am?
Yes, the Chief Justice was there. And I mentioned that during my time, I was able to push for the approval of the Enterprise Information System Plan, the judiciary-wide computerization of the entire judiciary. And I said that, well, you see, this pilot ARCA was envisioned in 2006. It's now 2012. So many things have happened in the meantime. So there are so many supervening events. And I said we should review and study the reopening of the ARCA if ever it is to be reopened. And she cannot do it by herself because she has only one vote. And unless there is a delegation of authority from the court and bank, the Chief Justice cannot exercise the administrative power of the administrative supervision of all courts, which is vested in the Supreme Court as a collegial body. So in the course of the discussion, the justices also agreed with me. In fact, one justice said, "Why did you designate Geraldine Ekong of the Program Management Office? She does not belong to the Office of the Court Administrator. She has no business heading this decentralized judiciary office."
Can you name the justice, ma'am?
Huh?
Who was the justice? Or you would rather not? Of course, ma'am.
Well, and let me think about it.
Yes,
There's another justice who said, "Oh, why Geraldine Ekong? She led the protest against the ARCAO when she was a judge in Cebu. She even wore a black armband to show her opposition to the ARCAO." So now, you see, so as not to embarrass the Chief Justice.
How many justices were present then, ma'am?
I cannot recall anymore, but we're almost complete at that time. Now, so in the course of the deliberation, the justices said, okay, so as not, let's just make Geraldine Ekong the head of a study group. So as not to embarrass the Chief Justice, because she already designated Geraldine Ekong. So the justices decided, let's just make her the head of the study group to look into the feasibility and the wisdom of opening the ARCAO.
Were you present then, Justice Marquez?
Hindi po siya.
Your Honor, not during the en banc deliberations. I think Justice De Cas was talking about en banc deliberations during that time.
Okay. And who was the clerk of court there, ma'am? Kayo lang po talaga.
When we hold the deliberations, we do not allow
Puro executive sessions.
Yes, always in executive session.
Pwede rin natin gayahin yun. Maganda yata yun.
So, because of these exchanges among the justices, it was very clear. The message or the decision of the justices was very clear. Just create a study group. And the Chief Justice even said, I will amend my administrative order. So I was relying on that. So after 2 days, since in our procedure, it is the Chief Justice who takes down notes and then directs the clerk of court to issue the resolution.
Responding resolution.
The resolution which will embody the decision reached by the court during the deliberation.
Ma'am, even if your testimony were not under oath, I would believe your statement, ma'am, but could you name some other justices who could collaborate? What
Tapusin
you're
ko po
saying?
muna yung aking
Oh,
istorya.
tinatanong ko lang po, ma'am, kung meron po, kasi baka sabihin ni Chief Justice, gawa-gawa lang ni Justice Serena. Meron po kaya?
Kung meron po akong dokumento, magpapakita na tama yung aking sinasabi. Meron naman yung documentary evidence.
Yes, ma'am.
I do not want to burden my colleagues.
Yes, ma'am. Please proceed, ma'am.
So, maybe about, I cannot recall anymore, maybe about 2 days, I gave time to the Chief Justice to prepare the resolution because it will also take time. There are so many items in the agenda. So it was after a few days that I called up the Clerk of Court and asked for a copy of the resolution. So ganito ho yung conversation namin. Pwede ba makahingi ng resolution yung nakaraang Tuesday? Sabi ni Chief, babaguhin niya yung administrative order niya. I want to see how it was done. Ho, sabi niya, sabi ho niya, ni-ratify niyo daw eh.
Sino po itong kausap ninyo,
Si Clerk
Madam?
of Court, Enriqueta Vidal. Retired na po. Pero siya ho yung kausap ko. Ngayon, ito ho yung binigay niya sa akin. Yung ratify.
Ito po yung notice. Ito po yung notice na meron po kasi kami dito notice issued en banc nakalagay, please take notice that the court en banc issued a resolution dated November 27, 2012 which reads as follows. Nakalagay na po doon. Paragraph A is to ratify and paragraph B is to appoint. Ito po ba yung, is it the same resolution we're talking about?
Yes, this is the resolution that I asked, that was given to me by the Clerk of Court. I got hold of a copy of this, and so that prompted me to write again. That is,
For the record lang po, may I read and kindly correct me if I the date from it. It says here, AM number 12-11-9SC, reopening of the Regional Court Administration Office, Arcao in Region 7. The court resolved to A, ratify the action of Chief Justice Maria Lourdes P.A. Sereno to revive the Regional Court Administration Office in Region 7 with Phase 1 on letter A, procurement, letter B, approval of leave, and letter C, payroll and administration, and subparagraph B, appoint Judge Geraldine Faith A. Ekong, Deputy Clerk of Court and Judicial Reform Program Administrator as officer in charge of Arcao Region 7, effective immediately and for a period of 2 months. Brion J. on leave, Reyes and Perlas, Bernabe, Justices, JJ on official leave. Ito po ba yun, ma'am?
Opo, yan po.
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
tatlo po pala yung absent nung time na yun.
Opo, ma'am.
Pero, so, nandun, 12 po kami na.
Yes, ma'am.
So, because of that, I had to write the letter that you read also
Yes, ma'am.
earlier.
Please, so, this evoke or provoke your writing a letter, and now kindly read.
Oh, yes. That was my second letter. That
This is December 3.
After I got hold of this resolution.
Parang December 3 na po ito, ano?
Opo.
Yes, ma'am.
Immediately, I wrote again another letter where I...
This is the one I showed you earlier, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
May I ask Justice Marquez to read the letter, ma'am? Para naman po.
Gusto ko po nga pabasa kasi this shows how I regard highly the chief. I always show respect and courtesy to her, even if I've seen something wrong with what she has done. Still, when I write a memorandum opposing whatever she had done, I was very respectful and courteous to her. So I would like...
Justice Marquez, kung pwede lang po, kung hindi, ako na lang po. But mabuti na yung galing din sa court administrator.
Sige po. The letter starts with, and I quote, I regret that I have to write this memorandum in connection with resolution in AM number 12-11-9-SC, supposedly adopted by the Court and Bank on November 27, 2012, a copy of which I received this morning. With due respect to the Chief Justice, to my recollection, the resolution does not reflect the court's deliberation and consensus of the justices. Open parenthesis, no dissent was expressed, close parenthesis, opposing the reopening of RCAO 7 when the said administrative matter was taken up on November 27, 2012. That's the first paragraph. Would you like me to proceed, Your Honor?
Importante yun.
Please, dahil very relevant po lahat eh. It addresses the allegations point by point. Kasi, para po.
In fact, the second paragraph, in fact, at the end of the deliberation, after hearing the vehement objections of the justices to her administrative order, AO number 175-2012, designating the head for the Judiciary Decentralized Office, JDO, in the 7th Judicial Region. If I may quote the Chief Justice, she said, and I quote, "I will amend my administrative order, period," close quote. The objections raised during the deliberations regarding the said administrative order, AO, were not rebutted or disputed. Were not rebutted.
No, nakalagay. The objections raised during the deliberations regarding the AO were not rebutted or disputed were.
So the next page na po.
Magaling yata ako bumasa kaysa kay Justice Minor.
Sir, medyo malabo ho yung kopya ko. Pasensya na po.
Pakibigyan si Justice na mas maliwanag ko.
Page 2, the Chief Justice, number 1, the Chief Justice has no authority to create a Judiciary Decentralized Office, which under the AO shall take full responsibility over the Regional Court Administration Office in Region 7, which has to be reopened without court and bank approval on November 27, 2012. Number 2, the AO of the Chief Justice cannot deprive, number 1, the court and bank of its constitutional duty to exercise administrative supervision over all courts and their personnel, and 2, the Office of the Court Administrator of its statutory duty under PD 828 as amended to assist the Supreme Court in the exercise of said power of administrative supervision, which is the case under the AO where an official outside of the Office of the Court Administrator was designated to take charge of RCAO 7, answerable only to the Chief Justice without any guidelines set by the court and bank. Number 3, the RCAO 7, which was intended only to be a pilot project, cannot be reopened or revived on a permanent basis, even on a limited scale, without first undertaking a study, particularly among many other concerns, why it failed when it was first organized, resulting in black armband rally against RCAO 7, organized by judges and court personnel in the region, led by Program Management Office Head, then RTC Judge Geraldine Faith Ekong. Number 4, RCAO 7 cannot be reopened without showing to the court the content scope of the functions to be transferred from the Office of the Court Administrator to RCAO 7 and the process of decentralization or devolution of functions and the justification for the reopening. Number 5, the PMO head cannot be appointed in charge of RCAO 7 since it is not part of her duty to assist in the administrative supervision of lower courts. At best, a justice opined she may take part in the conduct of a study for a period of, say, 2 months to determine whether or not to reopen RCAO 7. Number 6, the court and bank, which is constitutionally vested with administrative supervision of all courts, has the authority to decide on the reopening of RCAO 7, and it must be assisted by the Office of the Court Administrator. Number 7, Administrative Order number 175-2012, dated November 9, 2012, which was reiterated in Administrative Order number 185-2012, dated November 27, 2012, has transgressed the said constitutional authority of the court and bank and the statutory authority of the Office of the Court Administrator. In view of the foregoing, the court and bank did not reach a decision to reopen RCAO 7. Instead, it accepted the undertaking of the Chief Justice to amend AO number 175-2012 to address the foregoing adverse observations of of the justices during the deliberation on November 27, 2012. The resolution dated November 27, 2012, ratifying the action of the Chief Justice reviving Arcaw 7, which she did through Admissive Order number 175/2012, and appointing the PMO head as officer in charge of Arcaw 7, must be recalled or amended to faithfully reflect the deliberation of the court and bank, particularly the objections raised against the said AO. Respectfully submitted, signed Teresita Leonardo de Castro.
Thank you, Justice Marquez. Very clear po yung letter, so we will not even ask questions about it. My next question would be, ma'am, did the Chief Justice reply to this letter, memorandum that you sent?
Hindi po. She did not reply at all. Even during the deliberation, she did not explain why she issued Administrative Order number 175.
So following this letter dated December 3, 2012, what happened to that Arcaw 7, ma'am?
Matter was again taken up on December 7.
At whose instance, ma'am?
Because of my pending memo,
which you
where there is-
furnished the other justices.
Yes, yes. And
ma'am. So it was included in the agenda.
yes, it
ma'am.
was included in the agenda. So it was taken up again on December 11, where the court reiterated that there should be a study committee. But this time, it was decided that instead of Geraldine Econg, it will now be one of the associate justices, Jose Perez, who will head the study group. And I have here the resolution in AM number 12-11-9-SC, creating a needs assessment committee to study the necessity of decentralizing the functions in support of the Supreme Court's power of administrative supervision over lower courts. Now here is where it is mentioned.
Yes, ma'am, please.
Here it is mentioned that, so in the whereas clause, there is here a confirmation that on November 27, we decided that there should be a further study on this Arcaw before it is reopened. So the first whereas clause states, whereas on 27 November 2012 and on 11 December 2012, the Supreme Court en banc, considering the operational inactivity of the pilot project under AM number 06-11-09-SC, determined that there is a need to further study the decentralization functions relative to the Supreme Court's power of administrative supervision over lower courts. Now, therefore, the court hereby resolves to create a decentralization needs assessment committee to study and determine the necessity of decentralizing administrative functions appertinent to the exercise of the Supreme Court's power of supervision over lower courts. The function to be devolved, the implementation of the devolution of functions, and the efficient and effective performance of the devolved functions. The committee shall be composed of the following: Chairperson, Honorable Jose Portugal Perez, Associate Justice. Members, Jose Maidas P. Marquez, Court Administrator. Honorable Raul B. Villanueva, Deputy Court Administrator. Honorable Jenny Lind A. De Lorino, Deputy Court Administrator. Honorable Telma C. Bahia, Assistant Court Administrator. Attorney Lilian Baribalco, Chief Financial Management Office, Office of the Court Administrator. Attorney Caridad Pabello, Chief, Office of the Administrative Services, Office of the Court Administrator. Attorney Regina Adoracion Filomena Ignacio, Chief, Office of on the Halls of Justice, Office of the Court Administrator. Judge Geraldine Faith Econg, Judicial Reform Program Administrator, Program Management Office.
So in effect, ma'am, the erstwhile head of the JDO was made an 8th member of this.
Yes, and majority are all from the Office of the Court
I noticed,
Administrator.
and headed by a justice of the Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, and the court administrator himself is just a mere member. Yung candidate po ng Supreme Court. And what really strikes me, ma'am, in this circular is the second to the last paragraph. It states, this resolution supersedes all prior resolutions, administrative orders, and issuances on the covered matter and shall take effect immediately upon its promulgation.
This is
It will give me the impression, ma'am, that the court and bank really sided with your letter dated December 3.
Yes,
Do I get the correct impression, ma'am?
Yes, that's right. And this is a subtle way of overturning instead of saying revoke.
Opo.
So
You pulled the words out of my mouth, ma'am, that it was subtly rebuking the Chief Justice.
Because the court did not want to embarrass the chief.
Opo.
And on my part, I'm not after putting her down. I just want to correct what has been done. To put things in the proper order as decided by the court in the previous resolutions.
Would you know how the Chief Justice reacted to this mild or subtle way of rescinding her unauthorized creation of a JDO, ma'am?
No, she didn't say anything. She didn't answer my letters. She didn't do anything.
Do you agree with me, ma'am, that this was to be blunt about it, that the Supreme Court really rebuked the Chief Justice on this matter by revoking her administrative order, creating a JDO?
In effect, the November 27 resolution was not approved or was set aside. But there's no such express setting aside. But you can...
DZXL Special Coverage.
Tara na't tangkilikin at ating laruin. Lotogin sa kino, pati sweepstakes partner tayo. Scratch it din ng makakaskas ng swerte at bagong small town lottery. Kaginhawahan, kinabukasan, lahat ng minimithi makakamtan sa PCSO.
Good morning, girls! Jody Santa Maria po. Ready na magpiga ng labada? Huwag ma-stress, mga bes! Mag-Cala Detergent. May light and fresh fragrance that lasts all day. Para ang fresh mo, girl! Cala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Dahil may light and fresh na bango, feeling presko ka with Cala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Panatilihing masaya ang paglilibang. Ang paglalaro sa kasino ay para sa may edad 21 pataas lamang. Magtakda ng oras at limitahan ang gastos sa paglalaro. Huwag magsugal kung nalulungkot. Huwag hayaang makasira ng buhay at pamilya. Para sa impormasyon ukol sa responsible gaming, tumawag lamang sa hotline 521-0957 o bisitahin ang www.pagcor.ph/regulatory.php. Isang mensahe mula sa PAGCOR. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
Ang bahagi ito, hatid sa inyo ng PAGCOR, 4 na pampublikong paaralan sa Davao City ang nabiyayaan ng mga bagot karagdagang silid-aralan mula po sa PAGCOR. Kabilang sa mga napagkalooban ng 3-story, 18-classroom building ang 6-2 Babaw Elementary School sa barangay Ilang, Bunawan District na dating pinagkakasya ang mahigit 2,000 estudyante sa 24 na lalabing maayos na silid-aralan. Ayon sa school in charge ng nasabing paaralan na si Aliminda Castañares, may kakulangan pa rin silang classroom, ngunit dahil sa gusaling handog ng PAGCOR, mapapababa nila ang bilang ng mga mag-aaral bawat klase sa 47 mula sa dating 80. Samantala, ang iba pang mga paaralan sa Davao City na nabigyan ng 3-story 18-classroom building ay ang F. Bustamante Central Elementary School at ang Imelda Elementary School. Isang 2-story 10-classroom school building naman ang ipinagkaloob ng PAGCOR sa Katalunan Pequino National High School. Hanggang noong Setyembre, ang PAGCOR ay may naitayo ng halos 900 school buildings o kabuang halos 6,000 silid-aralan sa buong bansa. Ang bahagi ito, hatid sa inyo ng PAGCOR.
Good morning, girls! Jody Santa Maria po. Ready na magpiga ng labada? Huwag ma-stress mga bes! Mag-Cala Detergent. May light and fresh fragrance that lasts all day. Para ang fresh mo, girl! Cala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Dahil may light and fresh na bango, feeling presko ka with Cala Detergent Floral Fresh.
White Rose Kojic Whitening Soap. Dermatologist tested, your Kojic wish come true.
Don't you wish the regular Kojic soap you use gave you more?
When there's a wish your heart believes.
Ang wish mo, nandito na. Introducing new White Rose Kojic Whitening Soap. Dermatologist-tested Kojic Whitening na may shea butter for moisturizing and tea tree oil to help prevent pimples. Para sa Kojic na puti at Kojic na kinis. New White Rose. Your Kojic wish come true. Suggested retail price, 25 pesos for 60 grams. White Rose Kojic Whitening Soap. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Upang maging malakas ang katawan at matalas ang isipan ng mga bata sa panahon ng pag-aaral, importante na mayroon silang sapat na nutrisyon. Alamin ang Dietary Supplementation Program na ipinatutupad ng pamahalaan upang mapunan ang kakulangan sa nutrisyon ng mga Pilipino. Ang paksang ito ang tatalakay ni Department of Health Assistant Secretary Bernie Flores at ng inyong lingkod Rod Marcelino sa darating na Sabado, ika-2 ng Disyembre, alas 12:30 ng tanghali. Maririnig ang radyo mo sa nutrisyon sa DZXL 558 Manila at sa 7 pang istasyon sa Visayas at Mindanao. DYKR 1161 Calibo, DYHB 747 Bacolod, DYHP 612 Cebu, DXDR 981 Dipolog, DXMB 648 Malaybalay, DXDC 621 Davao at sa DXBC 693 Butuan. Ang programa ay mapapanood naman sa pamamagitan ng Facebook Live, RMN Facebook Live, sa YouTube Live, Radyo mo sa Nutrisyon Year Aid, sa Ustream.tv/DZXL Online-TV at sa Signal TV Channel 309. Sumali din sa Text Question of the Week contest kung saan magkakaroon kayo ng pagkakataong mapabilang sa 12 mananalo ng tig 200 pisong cellphone load, dagdag na pagkain para sa Pilipino sa Radyo mo sa Nutrisyon Year 8.
Radyo mo sa nutrisyon, kabalikan nyo sa kinabukasan.
With champion energy nutrients from Milo, Protamol, B-complex, and iron for my day. Hey, hey, get started the champion way. Get Champ Energy, energy now. Champion Energy, drink Milo every day. Milo every day. 3 balanced beans for Champion Energy, drink Milo every day. Milo every day.
Get Champion Energy Nutrients with Milo so you can start the day the champion way.
And my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, will forgive their sin, and will heal their land. 2 Chronicles 7:14.
Ang mabuting balita ay hatid sa inyo ng MX3. Mag-MX3 araw-araw para M-Extraordinary.
Good morning, girls! Jody Santa Maria po. Ready na magpiga ng labada? Huwag ma-stress mga bes! Mag-Cala Detergent. May light and fresh fragrance that lasts all day. Para ang fresh mo, girl! Cala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Dahil may light and fresh na bango, feeling presko ka with Cala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Amoy na amoy ang bango ngayong Pasko with Surf at sa regalong hatid ng RMN Big Christmas Raffle Promo 2017. Para makasali, ipagpalit sa pinakamalapit na IFM at RMN AM stations mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes ang 2 empty sachets ng Surf Rose Fresh o ng Surf Purple Blooms o kaya naman ng Surf Cherry Blossom upang makakuha ng tig-isang raffle coupon. Ang raffle coupons mo, maaaring maging cash linggo-linggo up to 500,000 pesos sa Grand Draw. Napakalaking pamaskong regalo ang ipamimigay kaya sali na! Hatid sa inyo ng Surf. Subukan ang perfume na walang katulad ng Surf at ng RMN at IFM. Promo runs from October 30, 2017 to January 12, 2018. See posters and flyers for details. Per DOH FDA CFRR permit number 1471 series of 2017.
Good morning, girls! Jody Santa Maria po. Ready na magpiga ng labada? Huwag ma-stress, mga bes! Mag-Cala Detergent. May light and fresh fragrance that lasts all day. Para ang fresh mo, girl! Cala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Dahil may light and fresh na bango, feeling presko ka with Cala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Araw-araw kang champion with Milo at sa regalong hatid ng RMN Big Christmas Raffle Promo 2017. Para makasali, ipagpalit sa pinakamalapit na IFM at RMN AM stations mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes ang 2 empty packs ng Milo Powdered 22 grams o 2 empty packs ng Milo Nutri-Up 24 grams o isang empty pack ng Milo Powdered 22 grams at isang empty pack ng Milo Nutri-Up 24 grams upang makakuha ng tig-isang raffle coupon. Siguraduhin lamang na ang mga empty packs ay may expiration date na April 2018 onwards. Ang raffle coupons mo maaaring maging cash linggo-linggo up to 500,000 pesos sa grand draw. Napakalaking pamaskong regalo ang ipamimigay kaya sali na! Hatid sa inyo ng Milo. Get champion energy every day at ng RMN at IFM. Promo runs from October 30, 2017 to January 12, 2018. See posters and flyers for details. Per DOH FDA CFRR permit number 1471 series of 2017. Ang galing ng #1 Smart Dishwashing Paste nasa Smart Dishwashing Liquid din. Tanggaling-galing sa presyong magaling din. May tanong kami sa mga misis.
Mas importante ba ang paramihan ng hinugasang plato o ang tunay na kalinisan nito?
Hoy, misis!
Kahit milya-milyang plato ang kaya ng dishwashing liquid mo, sa kaunting patak na hinalo sa tubig, sigurado ka bang tanggal ang sebo at bakterya?
Hoy, misis!
Dapat magpaka-smart tayo. Sa Smart Dishwashing, tanggal ang sebo, tanggal ang bakterya.
Tanggaling-galing!
Kaya misis, magpakatotoo. Mag-Smart Dishwashing tayo.
Smart Dishwashing. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
ACS.
Pride with Fabcon. Ituloy ang bango with pride.
Ang bango-bango, ang bango-bango, ang bango ng detergent ko.
Sa pabanguhan ng detergent with Fabcon, ano nga bang mas gusto? Ayon sa research sa Metro Manila, halos 80% ng mga misis mas gusto ang bango ng Pride with Fabcon kaysa leading brand even after 24 hours. Dahil ang Pride may tuloy bango microbeads para sa bangong tuloy-tuloy buong araw.
Tuloy-tuloy bango.
Kaya misis, tuloy na sa Pride with Fabric Conditioner.
Tuloy-tuloy bango ng Pride with Fabcon ko.
Ituloy ang bango with Pride. Pride with Fabric Conditioner. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
ACS.
Pasko kami namamasko. Pasko ng Fruity Pop at Pochi, Frutos at ng Champi, lamig ng Icon, kilig ng Beef Fresh. Inuman mo pa ng may juice at mainit na Chopwick. Bigyan mo pa ng Monami, Yaki at So Lucky. Pasko kami namamasko. Maligayang Pasko po mula sa Colombia.
Basta may dalang frutos, siguradong ubos.
DZXL News Break.
Mga kasama narito ang mga balita sa oras na ito. Panukalang emergency powers kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sinikap ng Senado na maipasa. Kasama natin sa balita si Radyoman Grace Vergel Mariano.
DZXL Report.
Tiniyak na ni Committee on Public Services Chairperson Senator Grace Poe na ginagawa na ng paraan ng Senado na maipasa sa lalong madaling panahon ang Traffic Crisis Bill. Nakapaloob sa panukala ang pagbibigay ng emergency powers kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte para solusyonan ang matinding problema sa trapiko. Ang pahayag ay ginawa ni Senator Poe makaraang sabihin ni Presidential Spokesman Harry Roque na nakalusot na sa Kamara ang Traffic Crisis Bill at nakabinbin pa sa Senado. Paglilinaw ni Senator Poe, sa Senado ay nasa second reading na ang panukala at malapit nang matapos ang period of interpellations para dito, pero sa Kamara hindi pa man lang anya ito na isasalang sa ikalawang pagbasa. Una nang umapela si Senator Poe kay Pangulong Duterte na i-certify as urgent ang Traffic Crisis Bill para mapadali ang proseso ng pagpasa dito bilang isang batas. Kasama mo sa Senado, Radyoman Grace Mariano ng DZXL 558 Tatak RMN.
Sa Samantala, Uber Philippines ipatatawag ho ng LTFRB dahil sa security breach. Ito po, marami sa atin na mga Pinoy na gumagamit ng Uber app ay nakadepende sa credit card. Pero noong 2016, lumabas na kasama ho sa mga na-hack ng mga hackers yung Uber accounts ng mga Pinoy. Dahil ho dyan ay kikilos na yung LTFRB. Kasama natin sa balita si Radyoman May Guyago.
DZXL Report!
Magsasagawa ng investigasyon ang Land Transportation Franchising Regulatory Board sa umano'y data breach ng Uber sa mga customers nito. Ginawa ni Atty. Eileen Lizada, tagapagsalita ng LTFRB ang payag, kasunod naman ang pag-amin mismo ng Uber PH na nagkaroon ng security breach sa mga gumagamit na naturang apps. Una nang inamin ito ng PH sa National Privacy Commission o NPC na may mga Pinoy users na kasama sa milyong-milyong nanakawan ng data kabilang na mga personal na impormasyon noong October 2016. Hindi naman idinetalye ng Uber kung gaano karami o kung gaano kalala ang naging impact ang nasabing privacy breach nito sa Pilipinas. Ayon kay Lizada, posibleng maharap sa matinding parusa ang Uber sa ilalim ng Data Privacy Act of 2012 kapag napatunayang itinago nila sa publiko ang security breach. Posibleng makulong na hanggang 5 taon ng mga opisyal ng Uber at pagmultahin pa ng kalahating milyong piso. Kasama mo sa LTFRB ang inyong radyoman, Mike Guyawi ng DZXL 558 Patak, RMN.
Ang PNP Anti-Kidnapping Group pumalag sa banta ng NBI. Nakakasuhan ng PNP sa pagdawit sa mga tauhan ng NBI sa insidente naman na pagdukot sa ilang Koreano sa Pampanga. Kasama natin sa balita si Radyoman Rhea Mamoga.
DZXL Report!
Dumepensa ang PNP Anti-Kidnapping Group sa banta ng National Bureau of Investigation na posibleng pagsampa ng kaso kay PNP Chief Ronald De La Rosa dahil sa pagdawit nito sa ilang NBI agent sa pagdukot sa ilang Koreano sa Angeles City, Pampanga. Ayon kay PNP AKG Director Senior Superintendent Glenn Dumlao, dapat umanong ikonsidera ng NBI Chief kung totoong may nangyaring kidnapping dahil may complainant, may biktima, may arestado mga suspect at maging ang Korean Embassy ay sumulat sa PNP kaugnay ng kidnap for ransom incident. Paliwanag ni Dumlao, hindi imagination ng PNP na madawit ang NBI sa kaso dahil ang impormasyon ay nanggaling sa judicial confession ng isa sa mga arestadong Korean suspect na si Kim Min Kwan. Sinabi pa ni Dumlao, ang suspect ang tumukoy sa mga umunig kasamahan nila ng mga taga-NBI at ito ang pinagbasihan ni PNP Chief. Dagdag pa ni Dumlao, sa panig ng PNP, ito ay aligasyon ng suspect na kanila lamang inilahad at ibinigay nila ang impormasyon sa DOJ para ito ay aksyonan. Hamon ni Dumlao sa NBI kung talagang anghel ang lahat ng mga taga-NBI ay dapat iharap nila ang mga sinasabing NBI agent na umano'y sangkot sa KFR Group upang linisin ang kanilang pangalan. Kasama mo sa Kampo Prame, Radyoman Rhea Mamogay ng DZXL 558 Patak.
At mga kasama dyan naman ho sa Kongreso ay narinig natin kanina itong pahayag naman ni Associate Justice Teresita de Castro at sinabi niya nga na gumawa ng isang tanggapan etong si Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno na hindi naman trabaho ng Korte Suprema. At kasunod niyan mga kasama ay isa rin sa kinwestiyon yung pagbibigay ng isang posisyon sa isang empleyado na questionable ang naturang empleyado sa naturang posisyon. Balikan natin ang mga kaganapan sa impeachment case laban naman kay Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno. Nakatutok pa rin sa Kongreso si Radyoman Conde Bata. Conde.
DZXL Report.
A high position with commensurate to the rank of the presiding justice of the Court of Appeals. Tama po ba yan?
Yes, sir. Tama
yes, sir.
po.
And then, so, kayo po yung, you are the one performing the functions of an office created by law. We are the lawmakers. So we are asking you now, what would be your take on this administrative order creating a decentralized office outside of your ambit?
Your Honor, as court administrator, I take instructions only from the Chief Justice and or the court and bank. So, kung ano po yung inuutos sa akin, unless talagang napag-aralan ko na pong mabuti na medyo hindi tugma, no? But at that time po, hindi ko po nakita yan eh. So,
I'm asking you after the fact, Justice. Alam ko, before the issue was, di mo alam, but after the fact, nung nakita mo na, are you refusing to answer to invoking your right to incriminate yourself? Or, I address, ma'am, before that, I address this to the Congress as a body. That's the defect of the present Constitution that we have because of the Judicial and Bar Council. The Judicial and Bar Council is under the supervision of the Supreme Court or the Chief Justice. Kaya po, dati, wala po pwedeng maging hukom o justice kung hindi dadaan sa commission and appointments. Kasi nga po, yung binuo na Judicial and Bar Council, iisa lang po ang elected official dyan, yung member of representative of Congress, hinati pa. Halin-hinan pa yung pag-upo doon. The commission appointments may have its faults, but it's still the best system practiced even by the United States of America. You cannot become a justice if you don't face the duly elected representatives of the Filipino people because judges and justices hold sway on the life, liberty, and property of people. Kayo po nagde-decide niyan eh. Kung sino makukulong, kung sino mabibitay, kayo po nagde-decide. Yet, hindi po kayo accountable directly to the duly elected representative. Kaya si Justice Marquez, natatakot eh. Naku, baka ma-recommend ako sa JBC, o objectan ako ni Chief dyan, hindi na ako magiging justice. I understand. I understand his
maraming salamat po, sir.
Yes, sir. I understand his reluctance.
Inamin mo pa.
And lahat po ng promotion from judges, lahat, wala. Yung JBC na lang po ang nagdi-decide dyan. Ang dumadaan lang po sa amin ay yung 3 nominees nyo, dumadaan po sa 4, dumadaan po sa commission on appointments yun. Nung I was the majority leader of the commission on appointments, kami po nag-approve. Yun lang po, pero baliktad din po ang procedure eh. In the commission on appointments, the President nominates or appoints ex officio subject to confirmation or rejection by the commission on appointments na 12 senador, 12 kinatawan ng House of Representatives po ang mag-a-approve nun. Kaya nga po nakikita nyo ngayon, ilang pong cabinet member hindi lumulusot. Ito, appointed na rin ng President, pero may process po. Dito po sa JBC, baliktad po eh. Magbibigay na lang yung JBC ng listahan sa Pangulo. Kaya maski yung good, better, best, not too good, bad, kung 5 yan, pwede mapili yung not too good or yung bad. And that's it. Kasi nga, the JBC just submits 5 to the President. Hindi mo alam kung sino doon ang mapipili. And then the President will just pick who will become the Chief Justice or judges without any correction after that. Kaya hindi po nasasubject much to a stringent questioning kung sino magiging Chief Justice because you don't actually know who will become the Chief Justice. Correct po ba, ma'am? Ganyan po nangyayari, even justices. So, because of palakasan or influence, isama mo naman na yan. Basta masama dyan, okay na. Masama lang na nominee sa shortlist. Mas shortlist lang eh. Pang-5 siya, ang score pala niya, number 3 lang, 3 lang nakuha niyang points. Yung iba, 5, 6, 7. Eh, yung number 3, yung napipili ng Presidente, tapos. Wala na pong accountability.
Majority, you know, that is also another issue, yung JBC manipulation of the nominees and list that will fall or covered by the JBC, no? And there is an issue on clustering. And this is part of what we requested these resource persons to testify on. So,
in this connection, Mr. Chairman, that's why when it comes to impeachment proceedings, the more we should be strict with justices of the Supreme Court and the Ombudsman. Sila lang po kasi yung hindi dumadaan sa CA. The President and Vice President are elected by the people. The Chairman and Commissioners of the COMELEC, Civil Service, and COA pass through the CA. Yung mga justices po hindi eh. So when it comes to matters regarding impeachable offenses, dapat lalo natin tinitignan yan para naman po ma-account sila. Kasi po, yung Supreme Court has the sole power to discipline judges and justices. Maski po yung Sandigan Bayan, hindi naman po impeachable. So sa Supreme Court na lang. Kaya yung bata-bata system minsan sa korte, pag bata ni Justice Kwan yan, hindi na po magkakakaso yan. Pero pag wala pong ninong, pwedeng madaling matanggal. Yan po ang kailangan i-review rin po natin. Thank you, ma'am.
So, any more clarificatory questions coming from other members on this particular issue alone on Arcao? Anything else?
Yes.
Okay, so ano yung second ground for which she was
Mr. Chair.
So the next charge for which
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, you were asking if there were any other members who wanted to ask further questions on the Arcao.
For this particular issue alone on the Arcao?
Yes, I have.
Are you? Okay, you're now recognized, Congressman Rocamora.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Your Honor, good morning. I'm addressing my question to Justice De Castro. I'm here. It would appear that from all these issues about this Arcao 7, she is being charged of having created an office illegally. This is correct.
That is the tenor of my memorandum to the justices.
Okay. Now, if you say you created an office, that means there is no office that exists yet. That's why you have to create it. Is that correct?
Opo, wala po.
Okay.
Wala po.
Okay,
Ang meron po yung Arcao.
Okay. Now, is it the fact that this Arcao 7 had already existed since 2006?
Meron nga pong Arcao pero iba po yung kinreate ni Chief Justice, Judiciary Decentralized Office. Kasi po, ayaw niyang gamitin ho yung term na Arcao kasi po papasok ho yun under the organizational setup ng Office of the Court Administrator. Kaya ho, pag binasa niyo yung kanyang administrative order, there is nothing there about the Office of the Court Administrator. She deliberately omitted in the entire Administrative Order 175 any reference to the Office of the Court Administrator. Kaya ho, hindi niya tinawag na Arcao. So misleading nga po yung sinulat sa amin ng kanyang chief of staff. Ang sinulat po sa amin, i-reopen daw ang Arcao. But there is no such Arcao that was launched. What was launched by the Chief Justice is the Judiciary Decentralized Office. Yung Arcao ho, under the resolution of the Supreme Court, there are officials explicitly mentioned in the administrative order which will run the Arcao. But that was not what the Chief Justice did. There is a different office, which is the Judiciary Decentralized Office, to be headed by the PMO, the Program Management Office head, as JDO head. So wala ho pa hong bago ho yung administrative order ni Chief Justice, wala hong opisina. Misleading po yung imbitasyon na pinadala sa amin. Akala nga namin Arcao, hindi pala ho Arcao.
But before, as I understand, during the inauguration, a number of justices attended it?
Alin po? Yung which one po?
Launching, I'm sorry, the launching.
The launch? Wala ho nga, hindi ho dumaan sa court ho yun yung launch.
No, I was asking if a number of justices attended the launching.
Ang alam ko ho, nandun si Justice Leonin at saka si Justice Mardel Castillo.
Veloso was not there?
Wala po. Ay, hindi ko po alam. Ay, wala ho.
Villarama.
Ay, wala ho yung mga ibang justices, so wala ho.
Reyes?
Wala ho are you referring to the Supreme Court justices?
Yes, of course.
Wala po, dalawa lang ho ang umattend, si Justice. Ang pagkaalam ko ho.
Were you there?
Pero I have no personal knowledge.
Yes, okay.
But I just heard that only two of us
you heard?
I just heard about it.
Marquez was there, of course.
Yes, Your Honor. I was instructed to fly to Cebu for the launch.
May I address this question to you?
Yes, sir.
Were these justices that I mentioned present?
As far as my recollection, I only saw Justices Mar del Castillo and Marvic Leonen.
So you did not see Villarama, Velasco, Reyes?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. No.
Only those two SC justices and mostly court officials from the Office of the Court Administration, Office of the Court Administrator, and judges from Region 7 po.
Now, with respect to this question, order or what's it, resolution, were there other justices that signified their objection in writing?
Wala po.
None. And what you are saying now is that they have just expressed this orally during the in-bank meeting.
Yes, Your Honor. There were discussions.
Okay.
So,
and you say that these objections were not stated in the notes of the Chief Justice?
Nobody objected, Your Honor.
Nobody objected?
Yes, nobody objected.
Okay. So it's nobody objected, so the resolution was in fact voted in unanimously.
Which resolution po?
The resolution that was said to be falsified.
Hindi po yun yung aming hindi ho yun ang aming naging desisyon. Iba ho yung lumabas sa resolution. Hindi po ayon sa mga sa deliberation ng justices during the en banc session.
Were there minutes of this meeting, in-bank meeting?
It is the Chief Justice who writes down the minutes of the proceedings.
Yes, but was there no official minutes written down on this?
Wala po. We hold executive sessions during our en-banc sessions.
And no official minutes were prepared by the clerk of court and furnished to the different justices?
We should be furnished, but I was not furnished. I just asked for a copy.
You say you should be furnished, so you say that there must be minutes.
There should be, but you know, it all depends on the Chief Justice.
I believe that there were minutes of this in-bank meeting. We asked that a subpoena be issued for the production of these minutes, please.
What would you like to subpoena, Your Honor?
Yes, yes.
Can you please specifically state what your request is? Because we cannot subpoena the minutes. I do not know what minutes are. Please amplify that point.
This is for the minutes of the en-bank meeting on November 27, 2012.
I believe the answer was that there was no minutes and